YouTube? This is day 30. It is February the 16th, 2015. I can and I will focus on my desire to live the life that I've imagined. I can and I will stay close to this desire by reminding myself of it every day. No one can stop me but me. And nothing can stop me until tomorrow. And I only have to remember this for just one day. Well, today is Monday, and typically we are busy in the store on Monday. But today was extremely busy. We had 17 computers, we had some tablets and things dropped off to be worked on. Now that's a lot. 17 for us is a good bit. So we had a lot of work. I think we got 9 jobs done. So we're a little bit behind. That many jobs, and so many people came in. But that was all between 9 and 3. After 3, we may have seen maybe 1 or 2 customers, because North Carolina is having a ice, I would say meltdown, but in my area of the country, near Charlotte, if you mention ice or snow, everybody shuts down. They want to go play in the snow, but more than that, they just want a day off, and they don't want to get on the road. They don't know how to handle how to drive, most of them, or they just don't care to want to handle the drive. So they use it as an excuse for the most part. Go buy all. So they go to the store after they see the news over and over all day long from the time I left for work, which is I got to work about 8 o'clock, and on the way to work, the only thing you heard about was the ice. The ice is coming. The ice. And so all day long, people were hearing about the ice. Don't be on the roads. The ice, it's coming. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, it's ice. So they go to the store, they buy all the milk, and they buy all the bread, and all the other stuff, and then they go home and sit. And so I'm hoping that I can go into work tomorrow. I don't know how the roads are going to be. If they're really bad, I won't go into work. And honestly, I have enough work to do here at the house that I could spend the whole day. And maybe get some more stuff done that I need to. But Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm not going to really be in the at the store. No, I'll be in the store all day Friday, but Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to be at the church most of the day, not all of the day. So I won't get a lot done. And Saturday, I'm going to an auction for some more computers. So what I want to do today, I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to tell you a story of someone who called in the store today. And then I'm going to share an inspirational video from long ago in YouTube's past. In fact, let me look here. This was 2006. Now, to give you some references, this was one of the first viral videos that I ever saw on YouTube. It now has 76 million views, which is incredible, seeing that when it went, let's say, viral, it had like 100,000 views, and that's when people started noticing it. But anyway, I'll get into that in a minute. I'm going to go and tell you about the video, but first I want to tell you the story about this person that called. Absolutely true. And we get these kind of calls from time to time. Hard to believe these people are not joking or trying to record you like they're pranking you. But you could tell by the way the person talked, they were very serious. A person called in the beginning of the morning, and we get a lot of people that call up and they say, do you have computers for sale? So I said, yes, we have computers for sale. What are you looking for? And he said, well, I'm looking for something cheap. And I said, well, do you have a budget? Well, do you have a free one? And I said, a free one? Yeah, I need a real good free one. I said, well, I don't have any free ones that actually turn on and run. And he said, well, can you make it work? And I said, well, if I made it work, it wouldn't be free. Well, why not? And I said, well, if I have to make it work, it's going to take some time, and that's going to cost, I got to pay people to work on them. Well, what do you got on something cheap? And I said, well, we have a couple options. We have some Windows XP machines, which no longer are serviced by Microsoft. And he said, what do you mean? And I said, well, uh, in April of last year, of 2014, Microsoft decided to not do updates anymore for Windows XP. So he said, well, I don't care. I don't need no updates. And I said, well, it makes you vulnerable for viruses. Well, I ain't getting a virus. I don't need one of those either. And I said, well, no, you don't understand. You could go on a web page and it's easier to get a virus because Microsoft is no longer updating it. Well, I just want to go on Facebook and on the YouTubes. And I said, well, certainly an XP machine would do that, but I wouldn't consider it the most safe thing in the world. Well, what's next thing up? And I said, well, we have some Windows Vista machines starting at 125. No, go back to the 75. He said, what do you get for that? You get a monitor? I said, no, it's just a computer. Just a computer? He said, you get internet? And I said, no, just the computer. How about a keyboard and mouse? No, just a computer. I said, we can throw in a power cord. He said, highway robbery. $75 for a computer? And I said, well, what's your budget? I think I should be able to get one for $20. I said, really, $20? Yeah, and I want a warranty for 1 year. I said, well, I don't know that anybody would sell you a $20 computer and have it with a warranty for 1 year. He said, well, aren't you a computer person? I said, yeah. And he said, well, you got computers. And I said, yeah. He said, well, I'll give you $20 for one of them. And I said, no, I can't do it. He said, well, what good are you? You trying to rob everybody, charging $75 for a computer. And he said, well, let me ask you this. He said, you work on them? You fix them? I said, yeah. He said, well, we got one, but it's got viruses on it. I just want it wiped out and start over. I said, okay, well, that'll take about 3 or 4 hours. He said, yeah, about $10? $10 for 3 or 4 hours worth of work. Yeah, I figure that's all you need. I said, no, we do it's intensive, extensive job on our reloads. We load all the drivers. I don't need any drivers. And I said, well, if you didn't have drivers, then your sound card may not work, your video card may not work properly, your Ethernet card, well, I don't need the Ethernet. I said, well, how are you getting connected to the internet? Time Warner? I said, well, then you'll need Ethernet. Well, I don't need all them drivers. I said, okay. And I said, you'll have antivirus. I don't need that. I ain't getting a virus. I don't need an antivirus. I'm not getting a virus. And I said, okay. I said, and you need to be updated. Well, I don't need updated. I just need to get on Facebook and the YouTube. I said, okay, well. He said, you think you can do that for about $20? And I said, no, sir, we charge $100. He said, golly, you done ripping everybody off. Never mind. What good are you? And he hung up the phone. I like to have customers, but I don't know that I would want him as a customer because I would think that he would just, anything goes wrong in the future. If it was 2-3 years in the future and something happened, he would bring it back saying that we fixed it. It isn't working right. We have people that do that. They'll get their computer fixed and they'll come back in 5 years and they'll say, well, I had you fix it and it ain't working right, so I don't know what you did wrong, but obviously you didn't fix it right. So we get a lot of customers like that think that if you fix a computer in the year 2014, it should still be running, which would be nice, but no. That was my most interesting customer of the day on the phone. I guess you really can't call him a customer because he didn't buy anything, but my most interesting call of the day. So I have a video here. It's called Free Hugs Campaign. I don't know that a lot of you that haven't been on YouTube very long may not have ever seen this. It came out in September 22nd, 2006. It was one of the first viral videos. I remember that year, I think, back when in 2006 you could actually look on a list on YouTube to see what videos had the most views for the week, the day, the week, the month, and the year. And I believe, I'll have to look, but I believe, let me look here. I believe that was the same year that, no, Chocolate Rain was 2007. I believe that was the same year. Let me type it in here. Evolution of Dance. I think Evolution of Dance. Let me look here. Yeah, that Evolution of Dance was April 2006. So Evolution of Dance definitely would have been the biggest video of that year. And this was made in September of 2006. So Evolution of Dance was popular for a long time. It's still... So I put videos in two categories. There's a professional video and then the individual video. The professional, I mean, you have all of these channels that are like Vimeo and Vivo, and you know, like you'll have the Ellen Show, which is produced not by Ellen. I mean, she's on it, but you know, different, like the Disney one and Justin Bieber's. You know, those are like of all their videos and stuff, and that really hard for an individual to compete, because these videos cost millions of dollars to make. And we're talking about there's a few people like Smosh would be an individual, and they're at the top of the list as far as, I think they're number 4 or 5 as far as YouTube channels. PewDiePie would be an individual, even though a lot of these individuals are part of a company like Maker, but they're still individuals. They're not like you know, the Disney Channel or ABC or ESPN or even Machinima. They're not big conglomerates that put out these videos, and they're so professional that, you know what I mean. I just put them in two different categories. So the Evolution of Dance was definitely an individual, even though it got, to this day, it's still, I think it's still in the top 10. It's so hard, you can't really search YouTube like you used to be able to. But I think it's in the top 10, and the one where the little baby, Charlie bit my finger, I think it's in the top 3 still. And, I mean, like Gangnam Style is number 1. It has the most views, and I don't really care for it, but it does have the most views. And I think it was the first one to reach over 1 billion views. And I think it was also the reason why YouTube changed its algorithm, because at one point the views were not showing up on Gangnam Style. So now you can get something like, their algorithm for calculation is now, instead of like 2.5 billion, you can get something like 5 trillion views before the numbers start messing up. I don't know. I read it somewhere or heard it on the news a month or so. But it was because of Gangnam Style. It was getting close to that level to where it couldn't calculate the number properly. And if it can't, YouTube is all about advertising. I mean, if you look at this video, this is the video I'm going to show you. But this is the video up here. You see the advertising here. That is what makes money on YouTube. And if they can't qualify a number to an advertiser, then they can't get as much revenue as they like, because they can't qualify it. They can't give real information. So yeah, I put videos in 2 different categories, and you know, one of my favorite is Rhett and Link, and they're nowhere near as high as I would think they should. I think they should separate them. As if you take out all the professional videos, out of the top 20, there's probably half of those are professional companies, you know, that just like the Justin Bieber or the Britney Spears Vimeo, or you know, Ariana Grande, you know, she's not making the video and putting it on there. There's the company like Sony or one of these companies that do this for promotion. So to me, it just doesn't seem the same as an individual. So this is an individual video that came out in 2006. It was about a gentleman who just wanted to spread love, and he did a campaign called Free Hugs, where he would stand in the mall holding a sign that said free hugs. And so I think it's a really feel-good video. I've always thought that, and I think it was number 3 most watched videos of 2006. So I want to put it over there. Here's a picture of it right here, and I'll put the description. I'll put the link in the description also, so you can click on this video picture here and go straight to it and watch it. So I encourage you to watch it. Let me know what you think. If you've never seen it before, let me know what you think of it. Do you think it's out of date? Do you think it's still good? Anyway, YouTube, I want you to think about this as I leave you with this. Today is over for me. It is actually 9:32, and tomorrow is new. I don't know what tomorrow holds, but I'm going to have a positive attitude. I'm going to get out of bed, and I'm going to know that nothing can stop me but me. Only I can stop me. No one can stop me from having a good day except for me. Even if people come in and they're aggravated at me and they yell at me and it may cause me to get down for a few minutes, I have to decide what I'm going to do with that. I have to decide, and you have to decide too. What are you going to do with your day? And make a change in your day-to-day. I'll see you tomorrow, YouTube. Bye.